Good afternoon. It is Friday, November 22nd. My name is Karen, and this is BobbleHeadKnits. All right, everybody, welcome back if you've been here before, or welcome if you're new. This is my knitting vlog. If you hear a little, what sounds like tap dancing going on, it's one of my dogs walking on the wood floors. They're like all over the place. I can't get away from them. Okay, let's just get on with things. It will probably be a very brief episode. I have a finished object. It is my modified Oslo hat. There it is. It's modified because if you look at the top, I left a hole for a ponytail. This is a gift, a Christmas gift. I knit it in Stranded Dye Works Merino DK in the colorway Pigeon Fancier. It's absolutely beautiful. Of course, Jude's not dyeing anymore, but I still have a lot of his yarn and cherish every skein of it. So I wish I had not finished. I wish I had not cast off until after I read all my messages from last week's vlog, because Amy at Happy Little Yarn had, she has her own pattern of a hat that she is not, well, the version that has the ponytail holder, she has not shared with anyone yet, or at least with the most of us. And she recommended that I do a stretchy bind off, and I didn't. I did the I-cord bind off there, you can see it, and it's not stretchy, and now I'm worried that it's going to be too hard for the recipient to get their hair through there, but we'll see. I have more of this yarn, so I can make, or I can cut off the bind off and redo it if I need to, but for now we will say it's done. So I put these little things on them that it says handmade on the inside, and then it has my initial. So, and yeah, I'm not gonna knit any more Oslo hats for a while. I'm kind of tired of them. So I mean, it's an easy knit, but there are a lot of other hat patterns, and I need to vary it if I knit any more hats anytime soon. So, all right, that is on my to-do list. Yes, I remembered it this week, and we're gonna cross it off. Gift hat, Xing that off. So I now have my husband's sweater, and the rest of it is all kind of optional stuff. So I'm gonna focus on my husband's sweater and a few other things that I'm gonna share with you now. So, speaking of my husband's sweater, I'll show you that. That is a active WIP. Hang on, I'm just trying to close this so I don't lose the magnets that are on it. All right, the sweater I'm knitting is the Dustland sweater, and this is for my husband. It's a Stephen West pattern, and sorry, tippy tappy dog walking away. I am not even to the point where I've split for the sleeves yet. So I really need to get on this. Here we are, hang on. I'm trying to get it situated better so that you can see the front from the back and all those things. So this is the front of it. And it's all bunched up on the cord. Sorry about that. But it's beautiful. And I hope that you can see the pattern here. So there's a little hair on there. Little dog hair on there. This is my husband's Christmas gift. He knows about it. And he knows it may not be done by Christmas. But we're going to try to get it at least close, mostly done. Last week when I saw you, I was, hang on, I want to push these so I don't drop any stitches. I was right where this little scooter is. So I've not knit very much. It's been a busy week and a lot going on, so I didn't get much knitting time. So I need to really focus on that. The yarn I'm knitting it in is BobbleHeadKnits, and that's another dyer who's not dyeing anymore. And the colorway is Caper, and let me really quick, I'm looking over here to tell you what that yarn is, because it is a combination of 80% merino wool and 20% cashmere. It's really nice yarn. I thought I had more than I actually do. Luckily, I have enough to finish the sweater. So I am holding the sweater, the yarn double to make its DK weight, and I'm holding it double. So I'm making a worsted weight sweater. Okay, I'm just having a hard time here. Okay, I'm gonna get it together, sorry. I'm having a hard time because there's so much going on with this sweater. There's so many needles coming off of it, and thread and yarn and all the things, but yes, you get the idea. Yeah, so I'm holding it double, and so I'm really knitting a worsted weight sweater. So it is going like fairly fast, but I thought I had more of the yarn than I do, and I had been contacted by someone on Ravelry about trading some of that yarn for another Shibui base, and I was really thinking about doing it, and then I pulled the yarn out to kind of count and see where I was, and I don't have enough yarn to do it because she needs 7 skeins of it, and by the time this sweater is over, I probably will only have 3 skeins of it. So, yeah, so the sweater is coming along. It's still enjoyable knitting. It's just a matter of finding the time to do it. All right, and finding the time to do it is made more difficult by the fact that I have cast on 2 things since I saw you last, one of which I mentioned that I was going to cast on, and the other one I didn't. So this, which is not to show, there's not a whole lot to show here. Hang on, I'm going to get to the project page so I can give you the exact name of the yarn and all that. Where are we? There we are. This is all I have to show you. It is not a sock, despite looking like a sock. It is a hat for a gnome. And this is the Someone to Write Gnome About pattern from Imagine Landscapes. And that's Sarah Shira, I believe is her name. And I'm knitting it in mustache yarn. The self-striping sock yarn that I'm using, this right there, is, I'm just gonna have to put it down there because I'm gonna botch it, so I'll just put it down there, but it's beautiful. I love it. And then I have 2 skeins. This is just the natural, and this I believe is, oh, I was right, it's oak moss. So I'm making a gnome, and it is adorable, but so far I've not gotten the rhythm yet. I'm not quite like dialed into the pattern, and so I might have to rip this little bit out. But we'll see. Really trying to focus on this to get it done before Christmas because I want a little Christmas elf, and this is going to be it. Oh, I don't know what that car was doing. So that one I did mention last week I was going to cast on. I just realized though that it's not something that I can knit that's mindless knitting, and I really need a mindless knitting project that I can do while I'm working, because I have certain times during the day that I'm able to work and knit, and that requires just doing basic stockinette or something close to basic stockinette. So I don't want to be counting and all that. So I decided to cast on a different pattern also. And this is just a simple ribbed sock. And hang on, let me just pull this in. Also don't have much to show you on this one. There it is. This is Christmas yarn from James Makes Wool. Hang on, and I will give you the actual name of it. This was, it's the Rosy Cheeks sock set from James Makes Yarn. Sorry, I called it James Makes Wool, but it's James Makes Yarn. And James makes beautiful yarn. His colors are just fantastic. I think I've had this sock set, I want to say it's like 2 years now. And when I first pulled it out, I was like, I don't know, that's going to look kind of, yeah, I don't know if that's really Christmassy, you know, not great. But as I knit it, I'm like, oh my God, that's beautiful. So can you see that? Yeah, it's beautiful. This green, fabulous. And then all these pinks and reds coming up. So I'm really excited. I'm knitting this as a gift also. My sister, who I don't think watches, I'm pretty sure she doesn't, I had knit her a pair of basic rib socks, and that pattern is a free pattern that you can get on Ravelry. It's by Glenna C. And I had knit her some for her birthday, and she really liked them, and she asked me if I'd knit her some more. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna knit her some Christmas socks. So, well, they weren't intended to be Christmas socks. Like, I was like, oh, I'll knit you some more, and kind of was like, I don't know when I'm gonna knit you some more, but I'll knit you some more. And she was so funny because she even offered to buy me more yarn. I was like, first of all, let's talk about the amount of sock yarn I have. And I sent her a picture of my big bag of sock yarn. It's like a queen size pillowcase full of sock yarn. And so I was like, you don't need to buy me yarn. Just tell me what color you like. And she didn't tell me what color she liked, so I just drew these out, and these were kind of next up. And my goal all along was not to knit these until I finished my color Popportunity socks from Stephen West, which were the mystery sock along that he did, I believe it was July. And I have one sock done from that pattern. I don't have the second one done. So that was like I was that's on my list of things to do. And I was like, I have to finish that sock before I knit any more socks. And then last week after I vlogged, I was like, I really need something mindless that I can knit on. And so I pulled this yarn out, which was in a bag and ready to go. It was already wound up. I was like, I'm just gonna knit these. So color, hang on, got a fire truck going by. There's a fire station like 2 blocks away from me, so we get a lot of fire trucks going by. Let's see. Is it going? Don't know where it went. Okay. So yeah, the color Opportunity sock, a lot of you know, is not easy knitting. So I needed easy knitting. So that's why these are now being knit on. All right. I will make more progress on all 3 of these projects. 3? Yeah, 3. I was like, how many do I have? I actually have a lot more WIPs, but I only am showing you the ones that I'm actively working on right now. And let's talk about that for a second here. Karen over at Karen Knits is doing a Whip It Down, like 10 days or so. She's a college professor, and she is officially on break for the next 10 days. And she, during the fall break, does like crazy knitting. She just like takes out a WIP a day and focuses on that and gets as much as she possibly can. And she has invited people to join her if they want. Well, I don't have the luxury of 10 days off, but I have. I'm off, today's Friday, so I'm off today, I'm off tomorrow. Sundays are really light at work, so I usually can get a big chunk of knitting done on Sundays. So my plan is that I will really focus on knitting this weekend. Then I work Monday through Wednesday next week, and then I'm off. I have a 3-day weekend because of Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna really focus on my WIPs again and do Whip It Down with Karen from the Karen Knits podcast. So yes, if you want to join, if you go look at her podcasts, she talks about it. And she also has a Ravelry page set up for it. So, you can chat. There's no prizes or anything. It's just a matter of, all of us knitting together and getting as much knits done before Advent season comes. So, yes, I'm doing that. That's the plan. Okay. Anything else? No. I did last week buy some more yarn. Yeah, just, okay. Let me back it up. Back when Freckled Whimsy first put their holiday yarn, they do like a mystery skein every Christmas season, holiday season, and I've gotten them the last 3 years, and I was sitting there whenever it came out. I can't remember when it first came out. I was like, I'm not getting it. I got enough sock yarn. I'm not doing it. And I didn't do it. It sold out. I immediately regretted it. But then they sent a message out saying, oh, we have leftovers that we're going to post at 5 p.m. or whatever time it was on the East Coast. And they're not like, there's nothing wrong with them. They're just extras. Hang on. Now we got a police car going by. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, so they posted, I want to say it was last Saturday. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Saturday night. And I think, if I recall, there were maybe 250 skeins or so. It was in that 200, mid-range. And it was kind of first come, first serve. And when they were gone, they were gone. And when you get the package, they're not wrapped up, they're not hidden. If you open that package, you're gonna see what the Advent yarn is. So, yeah, right at 5 o'clock, I was on my computer, like, quick, I'm getting one. And I did. I'm pretty sure I got the DK weight. I can't quite remember, but DK knits up so fast. So I'm pretty sure that I will be casting those on when the yarn gets here. Actually, not when the yarn gets here. On December 1st, I'll be casting those on. And I won't open the package until December 1st, so I won't ruin the surprise. So I can't remember. She doesn't throw in any extras. There's no stitch markers or anything, so there's nothing like that that I'm missing out on. So, not a big deal. So, yeah, so I, was not the best about that whole not buying, but hey, it's the holidays and it's okay to treat yourself. So yeah, so I got that. Then I got 2 skeins of Knit Picks Felici that should be here. I'm like, I should probably go check and see where that is because it should be here by now. But I bought the Lisa colorway, which is Lisa Franks, although every time when I first saw it, I was like, oh, must be named after Lisa from 72 Stitches. If I were Knit Picks, that's what I would have done, was name it after Lisa, because Lisa has spent a lot of money with them. So brought them a lot of people because everyone watches her podcast and her amazing knitting of socks, and they're all like, well, we want to knit Felici socks. And Lisa's kind of like blah about it, though. If you watch her vlog, she's kind of like over at Felici because since Knit Picks took Felici away for a year and they brought it back, and yeah, so I don't think they really named that after Lisa from 72 Stitches, but if they were smart, they would have, and they would have done a collaboration with her. I'm just saying. All right, yeah, that's it as far as knitting. I have those 2 skeins of yarn coming, so should be soon, any day now, really. And I'm going to now go into live stuff. So if you don't want to stick around for that, totally fine. Get that. If you're leaving now, have a great week. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. If you don't celebrate, just have a good week and eat a bunch of good food even if you don't celebrate, right? Okay, for the rest of you sticking around, life stuff. It was kind of up and down all over a week. I had some things at work that were just like, yeah. And then the stuff stressing me out at home has been kind of up and down and all over. So, yeah. Not much there. It's Friday. It's like afternoon, despite the light, because it's kind of cloudy out. But I did get to go this morning with my husband and Atticus, my grandson. We went to breakfast. Well, we drove Atticus's dad to work, and we went to breakfast, and then we went to the grocery store, and we got all the stuff for Thanksgiving. And we are actually going to have Thanksgiving dinner here, but just like our kids, our Atticus and his mom are going to Texas to spend Thanksgiving with her family. Our son, my stepson, he can't go because he is super busy with work, so he's staying here, and he most likely will be at our house, but we'll see. Then, of course, our daughter who lives with us, and possibly my daughter or my mother-in-law will be coming over, but that's it. We're going to have a low-key Thanksgiving. We are going to make a turkey, though, so that's good. Last year we had a lasagna. But, my husband, he knows that I like once-a-year turkey, so he's going to make a turkey. So we went and got everything for that, and the rest of the day, the rest of my weekend off, I'm actually going to go do some baking now after I'm done with this. I'm making some spaghetti for dinner, and I guess, I'm going on Monday to get have my treatment for my cervical dystonia, so that is always fun because that involves lots of shots. And so, I'm taking off a few hours early from work to go do that. And then, that's it. Watching, we have been watching Killing Eve. And I know that show's been around a while, but we just started watching it. I think maybe we just finished the first season, maybe. It's a really good show. I really enjoy that. And I really like Sandra Oh, who stars in it, and always have since she was in Grey's Anatomy. And, my husband was watching this show. I do a lot of this where he's watching a show and I'm not really watching it, but then I get kind of sucked in. So I did that with him on the show called The Terror. The Terror? Yeah. It's about these British sailors who go, their goal is to find the Northwest Passage and be the first to cross it. And they go, and their ships get stuck in the ice in the Arctic. So they spend like 3 years like stuck in the ice. And it's like this whole story. And there's this monster like stalking them, and So I've watched, we finished it last night. Yeah, last night. And it was kind of stupid in the end, but still good along the way. So, Anything else? No, that's it as far as that. I am still reading the things I was reading before. If you want to know, just go look at my Goodreads, which I've linked down there in the, in the about or whatever, in the more thing. And I'm also listening to a book, and, nothing's really changed. All right, this is 25 minutes, so I'm going to wrap it up. Everyone have a great week, like I said. And if you're an American and you celebrate Thanksgiving, have a happy Thanksgiving. Eat a bunch of good food. watch a parade, watch some football if you must, and yeah, enjoy the holiday week. And everyone else, just, we'll see you later. And yeah, okay, like and subscribe too. All right, bye.